the main shrine of Tutankhamun's tomb on November 4, 1922, when the British archaeologist and specialist in the history of ancient Egypt, Howard Carter, was excavating at the entrance to the tunnel leading to the tomb of Ramses VI in the Valley of the Kings. He noticed a large cellar and continued to excavate carefully until he entered the room containing the tomb of Tutankhamun. On the walls of the room containing the tomb were wonderful drawings that told in the form of pictures the story of Tutankhamun's departure to the world of the dead. The scene was very wonderful for the scientist Howard Carter, who was looking at the room through an opening with a candle in his hand. It is said that his assistant asked him, "Can you see anything?" Carter answered, "Yes, I see wonderful things." On February 16, 1923, Howard Carter, 1874 to 1939, was the first person in more than 3,000 years to set foot on the floor of the room containing the coffin of Tutankhamun. Carter noticed a wooden box with gold inlays in the middle of the room. When he lifted the box, he noticed that the box was covering a second box decorated with gold inlays. When he lifted the second box, he noticed that the second box was covering a third box inlaid with gold. When he lifted the third box, Carter reached the stone coffin, which was covered with a thick layer of carved stone in the shape of a statue of Tutankhamun. When he lifted this stone cover, Carter reached the main golden coffin, which was in the shape of a statue of Tutankhamun. This golden coffin covered two other golden coffins in the shape of statues of the young pharaoh. Howard had difficulty lifting the third golden shroud that covered Tutankhamun's mummy from the mummy. Carter thought that exposing the shroud to the blazing heat of the Egyptian summer sun would be enough to separate the golden shroud from the mummy. His attempts failed, and he was finally forced to cut the golden shroud in half to reach the mummy, which was wrapped in layers of silk. After removing the cloth shroud, he found Tutankhamun's mummy in full decoration, including necklaces, rings, a crown, and a staff, all of which were made of pure gold. To remove these artifacts, the excavation team had to separate the skull and main bones from their joints. After removing the jewelry, the team reassembled the mummy's skeleton and placed it in a wooden coffin.